Good morning, good morning, everybody. And welcome to Turning Your Passion into Profit Morning Show. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day, wherever you may be around the globe. You know, y'all, it certainly is a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful morning to get those things done, those things that you intend to do. You know, what is that you intend to do? Maybe you want to start writing on your book, or maybe you want to create that product or service. Whatever it is, just get up. Just get up and do it. Because today is a perfect day to get started. And we're going to have a fantastic broadcast today because I'm excited today. Can't you tell I'm excited today? Because I was working on some new stuff that I'm going to introduce, into my business, and, new programs, new products, new services. And, this always get me revved up, always get me revved up. But whatever it is that you intend to do, I hope you're excited about it. And I hope that, you just start doing it because, you don't have to think about it. Just be about it. Okay. Just be about it, because what you have is so, so very important. What you have, whether it's that message that you want to write in that book or that product or that service, but whatever it is, it's very, very important. Good morning, Lucky. How you doing today? It's great seeing you today. And a lot of times people just sit back and, they wait for the perfect time. But you know what? This is the perfect time. This is the perfect time. But you know what? What do you have planned this weekend? What are your plans this weekend? What are your plans? Do you have great plans this weekend? Think about that. Think about what you're going to do this weekend, how you're going to spend your time. And whatever it is, make it the best. Make it the best. Make it the best weekend possible. However you spend that weekend, whether it's with family and friends or whether you're by yourself, make it the best. Make the best of each and every day. Live your life to the fullest. And with that being said, let me introduce myself to those of you who don't know me. I'm Gertrude J. Chapman, and I teach you how to maximize your potential and stop leaving money on the table. And that's right. Stop leaving money on the table. Maximize your potential. Get everything that's inside of you out, because you are worth your value. And that's the topic for today's show. You are worth your value, and you are more than enough. I want to say that again. You are more than enough. A lot of times my audience is mostly women. I have men too. And I invite everybody who can get value out of the broadcast that, we do each and every day. And I want to always inspire you to let you know that you are worth your value. Sometimes people don't see themselves as having much value because of situations and circumstances. But you do have value. You cannot base your value on what you have gone through or what has happened to you, because you're more than enough. And I'm going to bring that out today because a lot of times, and like I said, people use the term loosely, procrastination. But there's many things that can fall under procrastination. And today I want to address, self-confidence and self-esteem. I want to address those things because I did a study, and I see that I think it was Network did a study and said most women, 79%, suffer from a form of low self-esteem, low self-confidence, and those things. And that could cause an individual to procrastinate. And just like I said, things that happen to people, things that they go through, things that, strip away, who they are, those things could play a major factor in somebody's life, why they procrastinate, why they're not seeing their value, why they don't even see their worth. Okay? So today, I want to take time out to address that because, that's going to be my next class. And I'm going to tell y'all about that class later on when I finish it because I'm writing the curriculum for it and different things. This is only like a tidbit because it goes into, much deeper stuff. Because I look at women, okay? I look at women and I see so much value in them. So much value. Like I said, I look at everybody with that, with that mindset. And especially women, because that's my audience. And that connection is not there. That connection is not there at all a lot of times because they're not seeing it. And I reach out because I know that's my audience. I reach out in a certain way to bring them understanding, to help them identify with who they are and what they have. So what I want to tell you today, you are worth your value. Don't allow anybody to, downplay that or cause you to feel any type of way. Because you have purpose. You have purpose. Your value, your gifts, your treasures, your gems. What is growing on the inside of you? Have you ever stopped to think about that? What is growing on the inside of me? What is that thing? This is the time, y'all, to get that outside of you. Stop, thinking about it. Stop thinking about it and be about it. Be about it. Self-esteem, self-confidence, self-worth. You are worth your value. You are more than enough. There's so much inside of you that you have yet to tap into. Now, before I get into that, did you remember this morning to get up and frame your day? Set your day, set the tone of your day. Getting up and looking at yourself in the mirror and saying to yourself those positive affirmations, those statements that's going to move you forward in your journey to reach your ultimate goal. Did you remember to do that this morning? Well, here's one that I want you to repeat after me. Nothing is impossible to me. Only believe. There's nothing impossible to you, audience. All you have to do is just believe. Believe that you could do it. Believe that you have what it takes. Whether it's that book, that with that powerful message, or that product or that service. There's nothing impossible to you if you only believe. And you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you have what it takes to solve that situation, to solve that problem. That you have, inside of you, you have the solutions. Just think about it. With all the education that you have, with the experiences that you have. You remember being on the job and having to go to these boring meetings, as you call, but just think about that. Just think about that. Think about all of the things that you have learned, all of the things that you have been exposed to. Think about that. all of that has gone into, inside of you that you could draw out and use it in your business, in your books, in your products, in your services. Remember, you have worth and you have value. How many times have you been on the job, ladies? We always have our hands in many, many things. And your employer needed to get a project through. And they picked you because they know that you had what it took to see that project through to completion. Think about that. You see that they saw that. Maybe you didn't even recognize that. Let me take that back. You might not even recognize that, but they saw something in you. They saw that you had the ability to see that project through. And these are major things, okay? These are major projects. And you got it done. And that company was able to move forward. Well, how about you? In your business, in your personal life, in your business. Why can't you see the same for yourself? Because inside of you, you have what it takes. But have you taken the time out to do an evaluation to see what you have on the inside? Have you done that yet? Well, that's the key. That's a clue to your worth. Your worth. I'm talking about multi-million-dollar projects, y'all. And when it comes to you, you don't see that inside of you. I want you to think about that. You are worth your value. You are worth your value. You are more than enough. And as I move through to the first talking point, production, fruitfulness. You have to get your vision out of your head. A lot of times people have it in their head and they have yet to write it down. Always keep your vision written. Write the vision and make it plain upon paper, okay? Always keep it before your eyes. Don't tuck it away in a file cabinet or on a computer in a file. Have it on a piece of paper. Write it down. Visit it each and every day. Have it there where you can readily see it all day long. Keep it there. The more you connect with your vision, the more it will become alive inside of you. The more you connect with it. Not only, writing it down on a piece of paper that you have in front of you each and every day, where you could see it all day long. Have it on a computer screen or on your phone or hanging on a wall. But have it where it becomes a reality in your life, and live a piece of your vision each and every day. And you could do that. It's not something that you write and forget. It's something that you live each and every day. Breathe life into your vision. Because you and your vision are one. Okay, I'm talking about production. I'm talking about fruitfulness. I'm talking about living on your design pathway. Each of our pathway is by design. Okay? That's why when we are out of position, out of place, we feel a void. We feel like there's something more for me, but I just can't seem to get my hands on it. And I told you about my story. When I was climbing the corporate ladder and I was so unfulfilled. Even though I did my job and did it well, the pay was good, the bonuses were good, but there was a void inside of me. And I was so unhappy. And the best thing that could ever happen to me was being laid off twice, back to back, through no fault of my own when the housing market went bust. That was the best thing that could happen for me. Because that set me on a path to discover who I was and what I had on the inside. Because not until then did I see it. You know, something just came to my mind when I was talking about that. I had managers fighting over me. Fighting over me because of my work ethic. Because I could get the job done. Because of whatever they saw in me at that time that I didn't see in myself. And I'm not saying that to be prideful or anything of that nature. What I wanted to do is resonate with you. Okay? How other people see your value and your work when you don't even see it. And I didn't see it at that time. But I saw it when I came to a place in my life during those layoffs that I cannot go through this roller coaster ride anymore. And it forced me to look inside of myself. And what I had used as a hobby, and that was writing books. Okay? That turned into writing books for a hobby. That turned into me writing books now for profit. And it led me into not only writing my own books, but writing, teaching other people and writing and producing their books for them. Because of my successfulness in that area that I couldn't see before, y'all. I couldn't see it. And that has led, that's been since 2006. And I'm going to tell you, that's the best thing that could have ever happened to me. The best thing. Now that void has been filled. Now I'm enjoying my journey because I'm on my right design path. So production, fruitfulness, making your vision a reality. Getting it out of your head. Watering your garden. And that is speak the correct words to produce those good fruits. That's what's growing inside of you. Your vision is constantly growing. That's why you write it down. That's why you write it down. And you water that garden by speaking the correct words. You feed your garden with the right nutrients. That means that you invest in your mind. Expansion of your mind. Okay? You want fruit, right? You want them to be, you want your fruit, your garden to be fruitful. So you have to expand your mindset because we're going from level to level. We're going deeper dives, higher heights and deeper depths. You can't continue to do the things the same way that you have been doing them. Everything is evolving. So your vision has to evolve. It has to be fruitful. Production. What can you present on the world stage? What can you present on the world stage? That's a question for you as I move into the next talking point. The next talking point is distribution. Look for opportunities, y'all, to multiply your vision, your fruit. Okay? Distribution. If you're that writer, I constantly tell you, your book is your gateway. It opens up many, many opportunities for you. So just don't stop at that one book or those 5 books that you have written. And all you're doing is just writing books, writing books. There's so much more than just writing a book. Your book can open up many, many doors of opportunities for you. And then those opportunities open up other opportunities. And it keeps growing. You see, being fruitful, looking for distribution opportunities. How can you, multiply what's inside of you? See, it took me from that hobby to writing my books to, teaching other people how to write books to producing their books, publishing their books for them, to coaching them how to write a book, to dealing with people with their mindset and different things, activities along that line. Okay, along my design pathway, there's many things along your pathway. There's many things, and you should be enjoying your journey. Enjoying your journey. If you're not enjoying your journey, there's something wrong. You have to go back. Go back to the first thing. And that's you. That's you. Because that's where it all lies with, inside of you. You, the way you see yourself. You remember I told you the first one, nothing is impossible to me. Only believe. And that's what you have to say. Nothing's impossible to me. I only have to believe it. Believe that everything is possible. You have to believe it. There'll be a way when there seems to be no way, y'all. There'll be a way. You have inside of you, there's so much power that you don't even tap into. Because you just let it slide, thinking, well, I'm just going to give up. I'm just going to give up for whatever reason. And it may be because of fear. It may be because, you don't want to take the time. It may be because you don't want to invest in your mind, in your mindset, invest in yourself. Okay? Invest in yourself at the level that you expect results. You want to flow in along your journey, or do you want your journey to be choppy? It depends on you. It depends on you. You can't blame anybody or anything for your ability to move throughout your journey. Okay? You cannot. Distribute. When we talk about distribution, distribute what you have to your audience on a consistent basis. Consistency plays a part in this. Okay? There's some people, they have written books and maybe they're just satisfied with selling 200 copies of their book. And then they go on to the next, might sell 50. But that's the way they see themselves. They don't see themselves as their book is a gateway. Or maybe you're that entrepreneur that has either that brick and mortar or that virtual business, and you have yet to write a book. So always think about how you can continue to distribute this vision that we're calling, how you can multiply, these opportunities. Opportunity of a book, opportunity of a business, how you could, bring distribution to that vision. Think about that through that opportunity. Collaboration is another one. Collaboration, I always say, by design. Okay, collaborate with people on your design path, because that's the thing that's going to bring impact. That's the thing that's going to make sense. Okay, it's going to make sense. Not collaborating just to collaborate, just to have all these people on your team. That's not productive collaboration. Not at all. You have to build a team that's going to, when you look at collaboration, that's going to benefit those audiences. And like I said, I could get more into detail with this, but, for time's sake, I can't really get into that. But if you take my class, and that's something that I'll be, letting you know about shortly, then you'll get all of that information, because all of these things go into much deeper detail, of your value and your worth. It goes into much deeper detail. But your gift, your fruit, your treasures, your gems are capable of distribution. Let's move to the next talking point. And the next one is restoration. Your gift is capable of restoration. Okay? It's capable of refreshing your audience. It removes from them what causes them blindness, because they can't see. But what you have on the inside of you, when we're talking about your treasures, your gems, what you're carrying, that you could bring to your audience, it has the power to eliminate that blindness, to restore someone's sight. Because when people can't see, they're not going to move. And you see, that's another cause of procrastination. I think I'm going to do a teaching on procrastination. People procrastinate. But why are they procrastinating? Because they can't see. Some of you, you intend to do something. And you've been saying, well, I'm going to write my book. I'm going to continue to write my book. Or I'm going to open my business. Or I'm going to create this product or this service. And you have yet to do it. Maybe it's because you can't see. And that's where you're stuck. That's where you're stuck. So this is your time, audience, and ladies, especially you. You are worth your value. You're not even connecting with. Okay? Some of you are not even connecting with your worth, your value, because other things has blinded you, has discouraged you. But once you connect up with your truth, it's a win-win situation. A win-win situation. But your gift is capable of restoration. It's also, when I'm talking about restoration, enlightenment, okay? Helping your audience to understand Because people don't move if they don't understand. You can get wisdom, but with all thy getting, get an understanding. Because once somebody understands, once you know, produce that product or create that service or write that book, that message, it's going to help someone understand. Because you're understanding, you're seeing it for them, what they can't see for themselves. And that's part of the design. And I'm going to leave that right there for you to think about. But you are worth your value through your products and services. Your gift is capable of restoration, inspiring them, energizing them. You know, that's what I do each and every day. And I love doing this, y'all. I love coming before you to inspire you, to energize you, to get you out of that place where you are, that comfort zone, and shake you up a little and light a fire under you to get you moving forward, to meet the opportunities that so many times you're missing because you're not seeing your value. You're not seeing your worth. You're not seeing your treasures, your gems on the inside of you. And you're stuck in a place because of the constant memory of things that has happened to you. Thinking that it's impossible for you. It's possible for everybody else, but it's impossible for you. And that's not true. That is not true at all. Everything's possible for you if you only believe. And you have to believe you can. And you have to come in unity with yourself and stop being so divided and stop being so scattered. Okay? This is a time to discipline yourself because this is your winning season. Do you want it to be your winning season, or do you want to continue going around and around on the merry-go-round? You've done this for so long, y'all. Some of you is days, some of you is weeks, some of you is months, some of you is years, some of you is decades. Okay? Decades. And there's no fulfillment in your life. You're seeing your friends, you're seeing your family, and they seem to be enjoying life. And you're saying, what about me? Well, what about you? Are you going to keep going around the same circle, expecting different results? No. You're going to have to come to the end of yourself and take responsibility that you are responsible for your success. And on the same token, you're responsible for, not being successful also. You can't blame it on anybody else. You could only look at you. But you are worth your value. And let's move to the next talking point. Your gift is capable of solving problems, okay? To conquer your audience's pain points. So they could now, after they understand that, now they could see. Because if you don't understand, you can't see. Now they can see themselves on the other side of what has caused them hindrance, has caused them to fear, has caused them, a lack of hope. Now they'll see something. So that's why you cannot sit on the sideline and think that you don't have what it takes, because yes, you do. You just don't know how to connect with it. You just don't know how to connect with it. I didn't know how to connect, y'all. I didn't know how to connect. I couldn't even see. And if you're sitting still, if you're just sitting in a place, and I'm not talking about physically sitting, I'm talking about sitting, in your comfort zone. That's what I'm talking about. You'll never see it until you start traveling down or walking down your journey, your design pathway. Because the more you walk down your pathway, the more it opens up to you. The more you understand, the more opens up to you. The more you invest in yourself, the more opens up to you. The more opens up to you that you'll understand, that you'll be able to see. The more opportunities you'll recognize. You didn't recognize these things as opportunities before because you didn't understand them. And how didn't you see? Because you did not understand. You didn't understand. But you are worth your value. You can solve those problems. Help your audience gain control over their thoughts. Remember, I told you, you have to feed your fruit, your garden, okay? That's what's inside of you. Those correct nutrients in order for it to grow. Now, you're going to take what you have created, and it's going to help your audiences, or audience, put it that way, help them grow, changing their mindset, changing the way that they think about things. Whether it's that small mindset, expanding their mindset, where now they could see. Coming out of that, it's only one way, or it's only a few ways. Everything's possible. Everything's possible. Not if you only believe, but as you do it. Okay? You have to walk down your design pathway. Get it out of your head and live a piece of your dream, your vision each and every day. Make it a reality. Stop daydreaming. Stop wasting your time, your precious time, daydreaming. If you're going to dream on the next step in your vision. What can you do to help your audience as you're being that problem solver? And also, it'll help your audience. Your gift is capable of helping your audience take responsibility for their actions. Okay? It brings them into that understanding, into that mindset, where they can no longer, blame others, but look at themselves. Change begins inside. It's not on the outside, but it begins on the inside. See, you are worth your value, because what you have on the inside of you not only changes your readers or your clients or your customers' lives, but those people that's around those people, also their families, their friends, their co-workers, their neighbors, because they're going to begin to see a change in that individual. And not only those that are present, but also those for generations to come. You see, as a human, okay, audience, you have a great responsibility. You have a great responsibility. So don't neglect those treasures and those gems inside of you, because you are worth your value. You are worth your value. And it will also cause, your audience to let go of things that now they can see. Because I'm going to tell you, if someone can see a better way that they could get out of a situation, they'll let go of what they've been holding on to. They'll let go. But if they cannot see a better way, they're going to continue to hold on. It might not be the best thing for them, but at least they know what they got. When people are blind, they're not going to move. It's like if you were in a room and suddenly everything went pitch black. You're not going to move. You're going to stand in that one place. And why? Because you can't see. You're afraid of falling. You're afraid of bumping into things. So that's what happens with your audience. Remember, your gift is capable of solving problems. It's capable of causing your audience to let go of things that they've been holding on to. Like I said, it might not be the best situation, but it's what they know because they don't understand any other way, because they haven't been introduced to that. Because, you might say, well, there's other books out there written, there's other products and services, but they're looking for your uniqueness. You might not be the voice for everybody, but you're the voice for somebody's, okay? Somebody's. And I know it's somebody, but there's more than one, okay? You are a voice for a certain amount of people. So allow your voice to be heard, either through your message, your products, your services, your leadership, your speaking, whatever it is. Allow your voice to be heard because you are worth your value. Now let's move into the last talking point, and I hope that you're enjoying this. And it's feeding you today. You are worth your value because you're helping your audience stand tall. You're helping your audience stand tall. And why is that? Because you're standing tall. Now you're helping your audience occupy their space. Now, first of all, before your audience could occupy their space, let me ask you this. Are you occupying your space? Are you showing up as that expert? Or they're looking for you? Or are you playing peekaboo? Showing up sometimes, not being consistent, not, following your word. There was this person on social media I used to follow. Okay, And then they stopped showing up at a certain time. It's very important, especially when you're doing live streams and you're telling your audience that you're going to show up at this particular time. And your audience comes and you're not there. So you kind of wait 5 minutes. 5 minutes turns into 15 minutes. 15 minutes turns into 30 minutes. Well, do you think that person is occupying their space? Or you think that, this is building their credibility? No, it's not. Because they're not a man or woman of their word. It's not about a feeling. Showing up when you feel good. It's all about your audience. There may be times that I don't feel like it because maybe I'm tired. Maybe, I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Maybe I didn't get to bed until 3 o'clock in the morning. Now my show's at 10. But you'll never know. You'll never know that. At 10. I'm not coming on here at 10:30 or 11 o'clock or just when I feel like it. Because you expect me to show up at a certain time. So you have to show up at a certain time. You see, that's where your value, that's where your work connects with your audience. Are you helping them to stand tall? Or you occupying your space? And that will help them occupy their space. What are they seeing? It's not about what you're saying so much, but what are they seeing? What is your audience seeing in you? Because you could say anything, but what are you really saying? What are you really saying? So show up and show up with power. Show up and show up with confidence. Show up, to move your audience, to ignite them to take action. Show up in your truth. You see, that's another thing right there. Okay? Show up in your truth. Now, that might be a question. If that's not your truth, maybe that's why you're showing up sloppy. Maybe that's why you're showing up and, we can hardly hear you. And it's not about, the loudness in the voice. It's about the power that's coming from the voice. When you know who you are, you see everything's coming from the inside out. From the inside out. When you connect with yourself, your true self, people know it. There's an energy that comes from it. There's an energy. You can't fake it. You can't mask it up. Okay? Either you want to help your audience or you're all in it for yourself. I'm just saying. But help your audience stand tall. You are worth your value. Okay? No more confusion. Okay? When you're helping your audience stand tall, there's no more confusion. They're not swaying because you're not swaying. Okay? You're not swaying. One day you're this, the next day you're that. Well, what are you? You remember? A lot of people are divided within themselves. They're saying one thing, they're thinking something else, and they're acting totally opposite of the two other things. Okay? But you are worth your value, audience. This builds when you're showing up in your truth, you will have confidence. You will believe in yourself. You will connect with your audience. You will be unapologetically you. You won't be swayed. You can stand toe to toe and defend your vision. You are worth your value. Because there's production. Your gift is capable of production, fruitfulness, okay? You got to feed your vision with those nutrients, and you got to water them with the words in your mouth. You got to speak to your vision. You got to speak to it and tell it the direction that you want it to go. Frame your day, y'all. Frame your day. Your gift is capable of distribution, looking for those opportunities to multiply your vision. Those fruit. Your vision is very important. Very important. It's a living, breathing organism within you. Think of it that way. Your vision is important. You are worth your value. So what are you carrying? What are you carrying on the inside of you that is capable of changing somebody's mindset, to be able to understand, to be able to clearly see something that they didn't understand and see before, so they could see themselves on the other side of the pain that they're going through, of the times they've been trying and giving up because, they failed to see. They've been searching, y'all. 63,000 Google searches every second of every day of people looking for information, quality information from experts to alleviate the pain that they're going through, your audience is going through. Think about that. You know, looking on Google, they're going to YouTube, they're going to TikTok, they're going to these different places to try to get answers. And you have the answer all along. So you are worth your value. Think about it. All you have to do is connect up with the people, which is your audience that you're called to connect up with. And if you don't know how to do that, my class is coming up soon, and I'll let you know more about that. But you are worth your value. Your gift is capable of restoration. You know, refreshing your audience, energizing your audience, enlightening your audience. Enlightening your audience. Your gift is capable of solving problems. Whose problem can you solve today? Think about that. Whose problems can you solve today to cause your audience to let go of things? Because now they can see clearly what they need and take hold of that and let go of something. Because they're not going to let go as long as they can't see. But once they can see and understand, they'll let go. And finally, your gift is capable of helping your audience stand tall. Occupy your space, and your audience will occupy theirs, because they're going to see something in you. They're going to see it on your countenance because it's coming from the inside of you. It's your truth. So live your truth. And I hope that what I have shared with you today has been beneficial to you and to help you know and see that you are worth your value. That you are worth your value. So I want to thank each and every one of you from taking time out of your busy schedule to be here with me today on Turning Your Passion into Profit Morning Show. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. So, but remember this is your time. This is your season. This is your turning point. So have a great rest of your day.